Speaking on his LBC show, the former Ukip leader claimed Theresa May failed to make considerable progress with her own party and cabinet on Brexit. Despite his disapproval of the Prime Minister's approach to the Brexit negotiations, Nigel Farage acknowledged the way she has been treated by Brussels so far has been humiliating. He said, "She's certainly not made considerable progress with her own cabinet and with her own party, and isn't it interesting when she's asked what about another year on the transition, and she doesn't give an answer at all. I've said from the start, the transition was the trap, Article 50, the 2 years process, that was to be the transition, and what really they're going for now is a transition that probably includes us being part of the customs union until the next general election, when a government might get elected that decides to keep us in forever. They're not honoring their promises, they're not delivering on Brexit, so the 27 are having a grand dinner. Look, I've been to a few of these over the few years, and believe you me, not only is the food top-notch, but the wine is also out of this world, and I think under Mr. Juncker's orders, they make sure that the glasses are filled up all the time." Brexit news. Nigel Farage claims EU leaders keep humiliating Theresa May. Image, LBC Getty. At no point they do anything other than treat the leader of our country in the most humiliating way. Nigel Farage. The fact is, folks, that we're paying for it. You're paying for it out of your taxes, and yet, can you believe the insult? The British Prime Minister is going to be allowed to address them before the dinner. They then go off to have their dinner, leaving Theresa to pop round to the local kebab shop. At no point in the process they should do anything other than treat the leader of our country in the most humiliating way. I'm not a fan of Theresa May, but to see the leader of my country being treated like this, I think it's absolutely appalling. The Prime Minister travelled to Brussels on Wednesday in the hope of breaking the long-standing deadlock in negotiations, specifically around the Irish border. But following yet another passionate appeal to EU leaders, urging them to back her Chequers plan, European Council President Donald Tusk said she did not come forward with new, concrete proposals on the border issue in what was another dramatic knockdown for Mrs. May. This has left the Prime Minister on the brink of accepting a proposal from Brussels to extending the transition period following Brexit until December 2021 to provide more time to resolve the Irish border issue, a move initially floated by the EU's chief negotiator Michel Barnier. European Parliament President Antonio Tajani said, both sides mentioned the idea of an extension of the transition period as one possibility which is on the table and would have to be looked into, but the move for an extended transition period is leaving Mrs. May facing yet another backlash from furious Brexiteers. The change would mean the UK remaining within the single market and customs union, while being subjected to EU rules and regulation for almost 3 years after the official Brexit date of March 29, 2019, and more than 5 years after the referendum vote to leave. Furious Brexiteers said the move would add another delay to when the UK could sign new trade deals around the world, and would cost taxpayers billions of pounds in additional contributions to the EU.